Hi everybody, it's Chrissy at mysticpanther.com. I just want to tell you a little bit about the cellular healing. That's really what it is, through meditations with light codes, and you're working with your angels, guides and masters, and to do this work. It's known as light code cell repair, which is encoded systems of repair and replacement. It's a powerful mode to break old codes in your cells. And there's 3 stages of this powerful inner child healing. Firstly, to release trauma from your cells. Then, to repair the energy points. This is the energy realignment of physical, emotional, and spiritual inputs. And finally, cell renewal. So using light code poetry is more powerful than just saying, I am, my cells are beautiful, I am perfect, I am healed. Because you are tapping into the matrix, so it does create this encoding. So you do need to, it's a lot like a Reiki attunement, all that releasing. You're releasing your cell trauma, realigning your cells, so the highest version of yourself, and you do need to treat it like a Reiki attunement, and it does help. I'll be honest, it helps if you're at Reiki master level, but you can ask your guides, make sure you ask your guide, give you whatever you can handle at that time. So that's the important bit. And so I'll just walk you through. So yeah, make sure that you have a couple of days off work to recover. So you might get cold symptoms, you might get emotional sort of symptoms like a bit of tears, a bit of, so you might get like a runny nose or a bit of like a sore throat, and all that sort of things that very similar to the old, the Reiki sort of attunement, what they used to call a healing crisis, but now it's called a healing event, isn't it? I think. So it's a bit like that. So on day 1 for me, I had a lot of nausea and an upset stomach. So again, lots of water, no alcohol, no excess salt, no excess spices, and what was the third one? Acid, I guess, really. Especially if you've got an upset stomach, everybody's going to react differently. If you're well versed with how Reiki attunements work, then you'll be on your way. You'll know what to do. But yeah, I had to do a lot of grounding, a lot of earth healing on day 1 to help manage with the nausea. So I lied down on the grass, took off my socks and connected to the earth, and a lot more stabilizing that way. And my head was very fuzzy as well because of all the light codes. So the grounding is really important. Wintertime, really, really cold outside. If you can have a walk and touch a tree, then that's great. But if you can leave it until the weather's warmer, then that would be easier. So yeah, I had a banana for breakfast on my day 1 of ropiness, lots of water, and in the afternoon I could stomach some soup. I didn't feel strong enough to have a salad, but on day 2 I did, so again, keep it simple. Himalayan salt bath was nice for me. The pink energy is, again, working with the inner child. See, I'm wearing blue energy, turquoise energy in fact, so slightly warmer, less depressing, and obviously you're thinking of flow when you've got blue, you're thinking of truth when you have blue, and so that's important too. But what works for you? I mean, yellow again is clarity, it's laughter. You could work with yellow if you want. There's lots of sort of colors that would be therapeutic for you. Tune into that and make sure you're flowing. Just make sure you're flowing, make sure you're glowing, whatever you do. Watching comedy, listening to soft music, having a beautiful nature walk, talking to the trees, talking to the leaves, the flowers and the petals, and a nice long walk for an hour. Because if you think of it this way, you've opened the gates for your release of all this energy, all this trauma, all these cell memories. But if you just sat there, you're kind of like the gate is kind of like only half open, and you're not really, and it's just going to go swimming around and round in circles. So you do need to get out there and just think of it as a bit of breeze for that gate to open properly. Open that gate wide. I did do a lot of burping on day 1 and 2, way that your body's going to release itself through fluids or through air. Energy comes in all sorts of forms if you think of it that way. So what I also wanted to say is that another exercise you can do is releasing through your hair, releasing through your fingertips and your toes. Those are all the forms of releases. And so I'm flowing from head to toe with breathing exercises, stretching, yoga, if that's what you like doing. You know, there's lots of ways to handle it. Last night on day 2, I was being shown, I was going like this, you know, my whole body was a little bit like that, you know. But I was being shown that the cells were realigning a bit like, you know, like they were putting their ducks in a row. They're realigning inside each cell was like realigning itself to the correct structure, you know, to the highest form and the highest alignment of itself. So that was very interesting. So there you go. So on day 6, I can honestly say that my bottom right molar has stopped aching. Although I did have a moment of anger about something, and I could feel the tension and the throbbing, almost like the blood cells or the energy was going back into that area. So you can see how feelings can manifest into your cells and create pain and change, just like a chameleon that can change its color, or, you know, you can see how the mind or the psyche can focus on something and change something fairly quickly. So that's really important to keep your energy stable, keep your thoughts light and bright, because you can fall back into the old system. Once you've done this process, you can appreciate that. You get to actually understand how that works. So there was more than just my tooth that was healed. I could certainly feel past life traumas in my arms and my shoulders. So that's something that's unlikely to come back. So that's worth noting. You know, there's always going to be stuff from the past, from the distant past, that's unlikely to come straight back because you aren't going to be experiencing that again. So, as with all spiritual practice, being in the mindset and stage of attainment is a factor in how much you'll feel the benefits, and how you perceive the benefits can vary as you're at your own level of recovery and path. Timing can also be a factor, and it may be beneficial to revisit the healing at a later time to feel the benefits. Well, thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and have a look at mrpanther.com for all the different readings that I do. It's an Akashic reading with light code poetry for your soul origin, your spirit guides, your soul mission, your healing regimes, all sorts of questions you might want to ask, anything you want. It's all there.